Hi, Dean Jenkins from FollowMeTrades.com, and this is the market update for the week coming up of November 29th, 2015. Well, I sure hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. We did here, and we just have so much to be thankful for. But let's get right into it. Here's a couple headlines I like to look at. First is, this is from Reuters on Friday, and they said, Wall Street ends flat. And then Disney disappointed, and there's some concern about retailers. Well, that's a good statement right there. That Wall Street ends not only did it end flat, it was flat for the entire this entire week, and we're going to look at that on the chart here in just a minute. Here's another great headline from Reuters again, and this is China stocks hit hard, rest of the world shrugs. So China stocks again went down about 5% on Friday, and that didn't really affect other global markets, the U.S. Part of that as well. Watch next week. If they continue down, I don't think the rest of the world will be shrugging at all. So that's an important thing to watch, is what's going on in China. A good ETF to watch for that is PEK, which has a large part of the Chinese market. So we need to keep an eye on that for sure. And here's the final headline that I thought was pretty interesting. Looks like Reuters is getting all the credit this update, and that is holiday shopping unlikely to cheer many investors. So there's some signs that the retail sector is not going to have a great holiday season, and that is another factor that would make us maybe not be flat going into the rest of the year here. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. So here's a daily chart of the Dow Industrial, and we talk about flat. Look at this. I'll zoom in just a little bit. This is a little bit remarkable. Here's the last 5 trading sessions, and look at the tight range that this market has been trading in. You know, between here and here. Hope you can see these lines on the recording. But between here and here, try and find a period like that the rest of the year that the market has traded in that tight of a range. If we look back, you know, a couple days here, but even then it was a wider range back in June, and from March to July the market was stuck in a channel. We can't really find a week in the whole year of 2015 where the market traded in such a narrow, tight range. Now that is not a sign of stability. That's actually a sign of instability, and the market will break out of that channel. And when it does, it will be fairly dramatic. I've been talking for several weeks now about this trend line. This trend line right here that I'm drawing my line on, sort of straight. And I had said, this was a key level here. If we broke through this level, that was kind of step one. And then if we went above that trend line, then that might be indicating more highs. Look how adverse the market is to breaking above that trend line. And even as the line comes down, prices are still staying underneath it. That's a key indicator right there. You see this yellow pyramid. I'll highlight it here. This is a potential bearish pyramid from the applied reality trading system. If prices go down below this point on the pyramid here, it'll turn red. And there's a good chance that that's going to happen. There's a really good chance that's going to happen. They could break above this trend line and go on, make new highs. That's looking less and less likely at this time. The higher probability scenario, when we look at the headlines, trouble in China, trouble in retail sales, we could see this break down pretty dramatically and do something, similar to what it did in August. And we're ready for that if it does happen. We're definitely ready for that. I've got some great picks this week. I've got 2 Dow companies which are showing incredible bearish patterns. And I'm going to be publishing those to my subscribers. And if the scenario is correct, those could decline between 18 and 12% in a matter of a few weeks. And so we'll know that pretty soon. So really watching and really leaning toward the bearish side still in the broad market, and in some really, really good picks coming up this week. So if you're not a subscriber, this might be a great time. I've got some end-of-year Black Friday specials going on for some really deep discounts, and you'd be able to see those picks and participate in them. Let's go ahead and take a look now at gold and oil like I do every week. So here's gold. We talked last week about the potential of gold making new lows, and it sure did. There was the previous low, and you can see it gapped down, and it is still putting in lows, and there is no bottom in sight. Although if the markets do head down pretty sharply, then we ought to see a pickup here in gold, and then there may be a turnaround and maybe some long trades over the next couple weeks or months on gold. But for sure right now it's in a down bearish trend. Too late to get in and no signal to go long on gold yet. So we continue to wait and watch on gold. So here's oil, and oil does look like there's a chance it could be putting in a bottom. Now here's the previous low here. It came down pretty close to that here, and it's consolidating and bouncing off of that. So there's a chance it'll go put in new lows, and we do have, bearish indicators here and here. But the way it's consolidating here, there is a chance that oil may have at least found a short-term low. We got a little minor high here. If it does this and puts in a new high, that would be a sign that this trend is now turning around and may start its corrective wave back up. And if it does, well, there's quite a bit of room, just even in a corrective wave to the downtrend, for some nice profits. It's not there yet. There's really no trades here on oil yet, but we'll keep that updated for sure. Well, that's the update for this week. We've taken a look at the broad market, at the Dow Industrials. We've looked at gold and we've looked at oil. And again, I'm bearish on the overall market. I do have some great bearish picks staged. We're in some bullish ones too on some smaller cap stocks that may go counter trend. But I'm really excited about the 2 picks I've got this week. Short trades for 2 companies that are in the Dow Industrial 30. And again, got some special deals. It's in the email, in the text there, and you can check that out. This would be a great time to get a discount on the subscription and to participate in some of these nice trades that are coming up. I think they're really high probability, and we might make some really nice returns off of that. Thanks, and I'll catch you next week.